Warning, there are profanity, topics, and other opinions that could offend you. Please watch and or listen at your own risk, and enjoy the show. Hey everybody, what's up? It's RDiK here, OLDSCHOOLDUELIST, to everyone to call me, and welcome to the Voidcast Season 2, where no topic is still off the table. This is my second attempt at recording this, because I started to tell a story, and I thought I didn't say it. I thought I didn't say it, then I started telling the story, and then for a second I thought I did tell the story, so then I stopped the recording, went and watched last week's episode, and I didn't, so I'm just going to start over. I basically stopped the podcast for no reason. But, anyways, so, let me try this again. Before I jump into the story, just want to, quickly apologize for last week. I just dropped the ball with, the podcast and everything. Work got in the way when I was like, oh shit. My computer, when I was getting ready to record the gameplay, my computer just died. It just turned off mid-recording. So I was like, and it was also 10 o'clock at night, so I just got annoyed and just didn't record. And then I had work the next day, so I didn't edit. And, so I just dropped the ball. And then, I didn't really think of anything to talk about this week. I mean, I have something now, but, it's like a last minute, shit, let's talk about this, and it's probably the reason why it's going to be one of the shorter episodes today. But yeah, just, it's really about it. I just dropped the ball and apologize. So this story that I'm going to tell you guys, it's a story that happened to me on vacation. Has to do with, the first day I was supposed to work on my brother's house. I started to tell, the beginning of it when I was supposed to be at his house at noon. And had to wait till 2 to wait for him to wake up and everything like that. But this happened right after that. The story happened in between when I was supposed to work at my brother's house and before I bought my Switch. So it was a interesting moment, and it's wow. Okay. So everything leads up to this at the same point. Went to my brother's house at noon. He was asleep. Said he'd be up at 2. Went and hung at my brother's tattoo parlor, Hard Times Tattoo. So, while we were there, we got lunch. We went to this place called Broadway Bar. It's down the street. It's pretty good food. But I got the chicken wings. And not anywhere on the menu did it say they were spicy. They were hot fucking spicy wings. And I don't like spicy food. So, but I love chicken. So I was like, I'll just get the chicken wings. So I got the chicken wings. We go back to the tattoo parlor. I start eating them. They're fucking spicy. They're burning my tongue and everything. So I was like, shit. So I downed my Mountain Dew. After I downed it, I was like, fuck, man, I need something more to drink. So I'm like losing my shit. I'm looking around my brother's tattoo place, or my brother-in-law's tattoo place, for a water or something. He didn't have any water bottles there. So then my dad, we step outside. He's like, hey, go to that barbecue place right over there. So I was like, oh shit, you're right. So I go over there across the street. Pretty good barbecue place. Definitely. I did end up eating it 2 days later or the next day, something like that. I did end up actually eating it. And it was actually pretty good. Not the best, but for out there, yeah, it was pretty fucking good. But, so, I go there, and I walk in, dude sitting at the counter, only motherfucker in there. I don't hear any cooks in the back, there was no customers, there was no cashier, dude is just in there by himself at the counter. So I walk in, I saw they had fountain drinks, so I was like, hey, can I get a soda? And he's like, you getting a refill? You hanging out some? And I was like, no, I'm just getting it going. So he's like, well, give me $1. So I give him $1. He's like, usually I charge $2, but since you're not getting any food, you're just getting in and leaving, I'll give it to you for $1. I was like, okay, whatever, dude. I wouldn't have cared. I'd have given him the $2, but still, I was like, okay. So I'm filling up my soda, and it just goes, you from around here? I was like, no, I'm visiting family. Computer. What the fuck is going on with this computer right now? It's just being really slow. Okay, it caught up. Cool. But, so, I'm sitting there, I'm filling up my soda, and he just goes, "You're from around here?" And I said, "No, I'm visiting family." And, she's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." I was like, "Yeah, brother-in-law owns a tattoo parlor right over there." He's like, "Oh, that's cool. You got any tattoos?" I said, "No, I don't." He's like, "Good. Don't." And so, I'm just like, "Oh, okay." So, I continued minding my business, and all I wanted was a fucking soda. All I wanted. Just wanted to get my soda, call off my throat, get the fuck out of there. So, not this guy. This guy wanted to have a full-blown fucking conversation. He wanted a friend. So, we're talking and everything. He's like, "Yeah, I had so many chances to get a tattoo." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "Yeah, I was in the army, gangs, drugs, carny." I was like, "Okay, like, okay." And, he's like, "Yeah, blah, blah, he's a musician as well, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What did you play?" He's like, "Oh, I play guitar." And he asked me what I played, because he asked if I was a musician. I was like, "Yeah, I play drums and everything." Then he's like, "Yeah, after I sobered up from drugs," I'm like, second time he's telling me about drugs, and I'm like, dude, I just don't feel safe here. So, then he tells me, he's like, "Yeah, most of my friends, they used to be musicians and stuff, and, they're either sobered up from drugs or dead." I'm just like, okay. You and drugs just don't have a good past. And then, I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. And I was just like, well, I gotta go. So I shake his hand, I'm getting ready to leave. And then he reaches for his phone, pulls it out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been waiting on this phone call. These crackheads ran over my motorcycle." I was like, "Bro, what?" Like, I did not expect to go in for a soda and hear this man's entire fucking life story. So, yeah, some crackheads ran over his motorcycle. Apparently, they put different plates on there. The cops found out that it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. What the shit? So then I actually get the chance to start walking out. As I'm walking out, he's following me, and I was like, okay, I don't want you to follow me, dude. So then we're standing at the corner, because the barbecue place was at the corner. So we're standing outside, and again, let me remind you, he was the only motherfucker in there. So then we're still talking. I finally get my chance to just fucking go. So I took my chance and I left. I walked the fuck away. As I'm walking away, he starts walking to a car, and my thought process was, did he actually work there? Did I just buy soda from somebody who didn't fucking work there? Because I thought he was gonna get in his car and drive the fuck off. So I was really confused. Don't know if he actually worked there, because when I went there, I wasn't the one that drove there. Apparently he was still there. But anyways, yeah, it was just a really bizarre situation, and all I wanted was a soda, because those wings were really hot. Got my soda. Oh my god. And then within this whole time, my brother-in-law went to a completely different place, came back with a soda. And I was like, oh, god damn. So there was another place I could have gone to and not talked to this fucking weirdo. But yeah, I got a funny story out of it. But oh my god, it was just so fucking weird. But that's my story that I completely forgot to tell. But today's topic, we're going to talk about what people do in their sleep. Now, as you guys know, me and Josh, I've had him on the show quite a few times. We live together and everything. And we share a room and everything like that. So, nights out, since, I work overnight anyway, my sleep schedule is really fucked up, and, I'm usually up till, bumfuck who fucking knows what time I go to sleep? Not even me. But yeah, no, Josh, he goes to sleep hella early. And I'm still up late, just, playing games, YouTube, whatever. Skype with Kevin. But, sometimes he talks in his sleep. And, there's been 3 encounters where they were just like, what the shit? That just happened type of situation. Love the guy, but still, they're just fucking hilarious. And the first one was he sang in his sleep. He just straight up, it's like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm playing video games, and I just hear him just go, I was like, okay. Got a good fucking laugh out of it. I can't remember exactly what he said the second time, but god damn, I was dying. And then there was last night. Last night he said the kids were bussin'. I don't know what that meant. Josh doesn't even know what he meant. He said it. It was good times. I got a good fucking laugh out of it. But, me, myself, I've had my own, my own encounters and stuff like that. Well, not encounters, I guess. My own moments where I did some weird shit in my sleep. It was all when I was, like, really young. In, like, middle school. No, it was, like, probably, like, late elementary school-ish. But there was a few times. There was one time when, in my old house, my bed, I didn't have, like, a bed frame or anything at the time. But it was just in the middle of the room because I just bumped up to, like, a big kid's bed. It was a twin mattress, and, like, I didn't have, like, a bed frame for it and everything. So it was just kind of, like, box frame or whatever, and then mattress, and that was it. But it was just sitting in the middle of the room, just because I liked it that way. I don't remember why I wanted it there, but I just wanted it there. So it was just sitting in the room, and I could like walk like completely all around my bed. And so I would just remember walking in a circle around my bed with a Yu-Gi-Oh card in my hand, talking to myself, folding a Yu-Gi-Oh card, just like bending it back and forth in half. And my brother came in, and he just lays me down, and he just lays me down. I remember this for some reason, but the next part I don't remember doing. My brother told me the next day, because like when it happened, I like slightly remember in my dream walking, and then I just had something in my hand, just like folding it, like I said, folding it back and forth. I don't know, I was like legit walking around the circle in my room, but that's what happened. I was walking in a circle in my room with the Yu-Gi-Oh card, folding it back and forth. But then, after my brother comes in, puts me back in bed, and apparently, as he walked out, I just like shot up, and it was like, don't forget to check the turkey in the oven, and then went back to bed. I'm like, When my brother told me about this, I was like, that happened? At the time, I was probably like, maybe like, between the ages of like 8 and 10. At least from what I can remember, probably somewhere around like 8 and like, yeah, probably like 8 and like 12. I don't know. I was really young when that happened. And then there was another situation where I had a friend stay the night. And it was me, my sister, and the friend. We're all laying in my, we're all like, not laying, we're all like sitting in my room. Apparently I fell asleep for like 20 minutes. And within those 20 minutes, I just yell, oh, we're almost there. And that's all, that's it. I didn't like do any motions. That's all I said. My sister and the friend just dying. They thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the world. I mean, now that I look back at it, it's pretty funny. But, I was just like, what the shit? The shit? That's just that little story. There was something else. I can't remember what it was, but there was just another situation where I just was walking around, and I said something to someone, and they were just like, what the fuck? Type of thing. I don't know what it was, but yeah. But, sleepwalking is really weird. Sleep talking and walking. They say, like, when you sleep talk, just leave it alone. Just let the person just say it, whatever. Like, don't interrupt them. Same thing for, like, walking in your sleep. They say it's actually really harmful for the person. Like, if they're, like, walking around in their sleep they say that it could actually turn very violent, and someone could get hurt because when you're walking in your sleep, you actually like your brain is functioning and like your muscles are functioning, but your brain's also asleep at the same time. Like your motor skills, that's what it is. Your motor skills are functioning, but like your thoughts aren't functioning, if that makes sense. What is it? Because like I remember reading an article, and I remember there was like the science show that I saw, and like did a whole episode on it. It was like in like middle school or something like that, where like learning about sleep and like how much sleep you should get. It was a really weird class day, but I think it was like health class or something like that. But anyways, but yeah, that's what they say, because it could turn very violent for the person, because your left side, your brain, only certain parts of your brain do certain parts, and the motor part is active. The motor part doesn't think it's asleep, so it still wants to work and everything. The same thing for like your speech. Like your speech still works, but everything else is like dormant and sleep, kind of like a zombie. Like your brain is dead, but your motor skills are still a thing. At least that's how they explain it in Walking Dead, which I need to watch season 7 because I didn't see anything of it. I think I started to watch like the first episode and I just got bored of it. Not that I think Walking Dead's boring. I was trying to do something at the time and I wanted to actually watch it, but I also wanted to get this work done. So I ended up just turning it off, and yeah, that was into that. But yeah, so sleepwalking is a very dangerous thing to like stop the person. You can try and direct them, but don't like legit try to like pick them up or like grab them and say, hey, you don't need to go to bed. You kind of like, I don't know, lightly, direct them so they don't hurt themselves. Because if they hurt themselves, it's really bad. But people, they do some really, really weird things while they sleep. There's people like Josh sings in his sleep. He writes music in his sleep. We always made that joke, but now it's confirmed. It's canon. So yeah, it's just weird. I'm trying to think. Is there any other like weird encounters I've had with people when they're sleeping? My dad. Oh my God, this is the funniest situation. I think. Well, not no. Josh is singing. That was the best. That was just the best. But I remember when this is probably like my sophomore year, we had just moved into the new house or whatever. Well, not just moved, but this is Thanksgiving after we moved in. We all got done eating, and we all all hibernate to our rooms and do our own thing for the night. And my dad was in his room and he's watching sports. I remember exactly what sport. I think he was watching football, obviously, or it more than likely was football since it was Thanksgiving. But I'm sitting in my room, my mom and my sister there in the living room, and I don't know where my dad just yells, "What?" Just fucking echoes throughout the entire house. I'm like, it was a small house, but still, it echoed through the entire house. And we're like, what the shit? What? So, I walk into the room, and my dad, he's sitting up, and well, not sitting up. He's kind of he's awake, and he's clearly awake. And I was like, Dad, what the fuck was that? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, you just yelled what really loud? And he just goes, I did. He's like, I was asleep a few minutes ago. I fell asleep for a minute and dozed off. I was like, yeah, you just yelled what really fucking loud, and it echoed through the house. He's like, damn, I don't even fucking remember doing that. So it was a really weird, funny situation. I don't know, I think that's all the funny ones I can like think of. Dreams are really weird too while people sleep. It's hard to interpret dreams, because you never know what the fuck they mean. Like, there's some people, there's the dream books and everything like that. Like, my sister has a dream book, and it's pretty funny. Some of them, they make sense, but they don't make sense. My dreams are always fucking bizarre and weird. Like, so I'll have dreams where, I'll be talking to somebody, then it turns into I'm at school, or I'm back at school from like high school, or then I'm like jumping into work, and then like ex-girlfriend. It's fucking like my dreams are always all over the place. So I can, if someone wants to interpret them, cool. I don't think, they'll be able to because they're so bonkers. But it's just, dreams are weird. I don't think I've ever had a lucid dreams. And for people that don't know what lucid dreams are just people that, are like when you actually can control your dream. I don't think I've ever had a lucid dream. But, people that say like, oh, I never remember my dreams. It's weird because I'll remember my dream. Well, if I do remember a dream, I'll remember it really vividly. Like, I could just like start off word for word what happened if I remember the dream. But people that say they're like, yeah, I never remember my dreams, or like I never have dreams, I find that weird. And they do say like, people's dreams, they repeat 7 times when you sleep. Every night they repeat 7 times. What's going on with my computer? My computer's just like lagging so bad. I'm gonna have to check this out and check out what the hell's up with this software. Maybe it just needs an update. I'll probably have to update my software for the program. That's probably why. I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but it's just lagging really fucking bad. Let me try something. Boop. Boop. Yes, I'm quitting soon. I think my computer just needs to restart. I'll probably restart it after this because it's going really slow right now. Yeah, you probably just heard me exit out of Skype. But, anyways, back to continue on to what I was talking about. Yeah, no, dreams are weird. Dreams, sleepwalking, talking in your sleep. It's all weird. I've also heard people eat in their sleep, like they'll sleep eat, kind of like they'll sleepwalk to the kitchen, grab some food and eat it. I've heard if people do that, it's extremely unhealthy. And that's just, I can kind of see how it's unhealthy, but at the same time, it's just food, I guess. I don't know, maybe it just, messes with your metabolism and everything. That's one thing I can think of, is it screws with your metabolism and everything, which obviously is bad. But, just whatever, I guess. That's really, sleeping in general has always been really weird. I'm not going to say I barely get any sleep, because, on my days off, I sleep a lot. But at the same time, when I'm working, when I do have work, I fucking just go. I just fucking go, and sleep is very irrelevant while I'm actually working. And that's what puts puts my days sluggish and everything like that. But, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about for sleep. But we're going to move on to the weird news story. Today's weird news story comes from Yahoo News. I know, I'm actually starting to change it up. Usually I just go to Huffington Post just because they always have, really fucking bizarre. But, I've been finding bizarre news stories on other websites. But today's weird news story comes from Yahoo News. Not sponsored. I just like to say where I got it from. But today's title of it is Topless Cleaning Service Owner Arrested for Underwear Theft. Now, before I tell you what the shit, one, I want to visit this topless cleaning place. But at the same time, if it's topless, well, it's topless, so I guess having underwear is necessary. That's something that I can think of. Go away. I don't care about the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. It's a really short article. Bangor, Maine. This happened in Bangor, Maine. I feel like that's because the Bangor is in all caps, so I feel like it might be a pun. Bangor, Maine. I don't know. Anyways, a misstep that would seem to run counter to her business model. A woman who offers a semi-nude cleaning service was arrested for stealing underwear. Police in Bangor, Maine say the woman is the owner-operator of a business called Topless Cleaning. She was caught shoplifting undergarments from a local business. Bangor Police Sergeant Tim Cotton, that's a funny name to me, Tim Cotton, left a lengthy, humorous post about the arrest on the police department's Facebook page. He says the woman had stolen garments that would fully cover, support, and contain much of what her business title promised her customers. Which, yeah, that kind of does, like, defeat the purpose of a semi-nude. I mean, like, if it's topless only, then I guess semi-nude does make sense. So I don't know what you're complaining about. But the way they're making it seem like is like she was stealing underwear and bras. So, I mean, that would kind of defeat the purpose of a topless cleaning service. I don't know, it's really weird. I'm gonna look this place up. I know it's Bangor, Maine. Cotton also says potential patrons should keep their hands to themselves, leave other people's things alone, and be kind to one another. Police didn't identify the woman's arrest. She's charged with shoplifting and violating conditions of release. I don't know. They didn't really go into details what the conditions of the release was. But shoplifting, obviously that's bad. But I like also how they mention, like, people should keep hands to themselves. I don't know if that means, like, they shouldn't steal, or they should keep their hands off the woman off the the women that work at the topless place. I like the top comment. It just says, "I've seen the women my company hired to clean our bathrooms and offices. This article had me picturing them topless. Pretty sure I'm impotent now." What? Fuck up. Impotent? I don't think that's the word you want, bruh. It's called for web search to see if there's one in my area. Topless and banger. Is she topless and late titty cock? Damn, that's funny. That's hilarious as shit to me. But man, no, fuck that. I could give a shit if the owner gets arrested. That just means a new person takes charge of the fucking place. And, maybe they can make it a naked service. And you just, like, a brick building, no windows. Or windows with, like, that black filament on the inside. I don't know. Either way, it's really weird. And like it says in there, if you're taking garments that fully cover, support, or contain much of what your business has promised, if it's a topless, don't steal bras, just steal the panties. Duh. That's what you steal. You don't steal the bras too. But I mean, it says in the article that she's stealing garments that fully cover, but that's not what your business does, so don't take the bras. But like I said, this will be a shorter episode. That's really about it. I really don't have anything else to comment. I just thought this was a funny article, and I had my little input about it. Usually, my podcasts go a little longer, but I dropped the ball on this week's podcast, so I literally made up that sleeping topic last minute. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening to the Voidcast. As always, we'll be every Thursday at noon for your lunchtime podcast, whatever, your lunchtime show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to all my other videos, and don't forget to tell people about the podcast, because we're on Season 2. And like I said, I'm working on a new intro for the Voidcast. I'm working on a specific intro that's, like, specifically for the Voidcast, not just for the channel in general. But, like I said, stay tuned. I'm still working on it, so it should debut, in a few more weeks. I'm still working on what I want it to do. I'm still working on that. And then I still need to talk to Kevin about getting him to do it, because I don't know how to make intros that well. Well, not good ones like he does, because he really knows his graphic design. He really knows it, which is grateful to have him as a friend. But like I said, thank you guys for watching and or listening. Thank you, and have a wonderful, beautiful night, day, thing, or whatever.